Okay, our first speaker is Phil Thompson, who is now officially, since Kerry is no longer a Business Link advisor, the nicest of the Business Link advisors, as well as the most effective. Now, you may or may not know that you are entitled to a free consultation with Business Link, or most businesses are entitled to a free consultation with Business Link, and they are extremely useful. Phil is going to speak to us this morning about managing your sales funnel type stuff, activity type stuff. So I won't steal his thunder. Here's Phil Thompson. Thank you.
I'd like to just give you a few tips this morning about sales activity, and how to use those little techniques today to get you through the current climate. A question for you though. We've got the dark clouds rolling in, or I think they've...
Can I just ask a question? Are we going to get copies of the slides?
If you leave a card, I'll send them to you. The dark clouds have rolled in actually, allegedly, according to the government and other people. So as they're here, and we're in a little bit of a downturn, allegedly, what should you be doing today that you wouldn't normally do? So what should you change in the way you work today that you would normally? Any ideas? Very simple answer to it, and that's nothing. Because what you should be doing today, you should be doing anyway. The only difference is that it needs to be in much sharper focus. And that applies to all the activities you do regarding sales and marketing. And that's really what I'm going to be looking at today. So in summary, review your current customers, make sure you get the best from them. Do set targets on the activity, on the financial side, and on timescales, so you can do that forecast. Qualify early. Build a pipeline of at least 3 months looking out, longer if you can, and review it regularly. Because at the end of the day, if you can't measure it, you can't begin to manage what you're doing properly, and you certainly can't forecast it.
Our next speaker is Nick Handley. Nick Handley is a board member at Sussex Enterprise. He's an old agency man. He's worked on some huge brands in London, and he's here now working with us in Sussex and helping businesses locally with their marketing strategy. And he's going to talk to us this morning about turning this downturn into our upturn. So if you could welcome Nick Handley.
Thanks, Martin. Okay, as Martin has said, I'm going to be talking to you all about the things you, I think, need to be doing to turn the current downturn into your upturn. And I'm working with businesses at the moment who are doing that very effectively. I'm going to be talking about a 4-stage programme for the current economic conditions. And I think the first thing every business should be doing is changing their marketing perspective. I'll explain in a moment what I mean by that. I think the second thing is keeping a keen eye on consumer behaviour. What are your consumers, what are your customers doing? How are they reacting to the current downturn, and how should you be reacting in turn? I'd then like to talk about addressing core marketing skills, because businesses are not going to succeed currently unless they're doing marketing properly. And we heard from Phil a lot about sales, the sales pipeline, what you need to do from a sales point of view. But as Phil said, from a marketing perspective, it worked very well that I follow Phil, because if you're getting your marketing right, then that will help the sales process. If people are seeing strong marketing messages from you before they receive a phone call from you, then that is going to help. So I'll be talking about core marketing skills that you should be doing anyway. And finally, I'll talk a little bit about planning for the upturn. Because unless you start planning now for the upturn, how are you going to benefit from the upturn when it comes?
We have here now an opportunity. Okay? There's an opportunity for you to do something about your marketing. Yeah? And it's an opportunity for Mark to make a sale. Which is a rare opportunity for Mark. It's not at all.
I need more.
You need more sales, which is why you leapt out of your seat. Okay, cool. So now we have the situation where Mark is selling and Tony's buying, and Tony's asked how much it is. So now, what I like to do is I like to get some tension on the rope, and I don't want to see any injuries, but maybe if you could just move this way a little bit. Okay, and you guys come away because there's a very solid fibre behind that, so I don't want you to get injured there. Okay, but if you can just pull the rope taut, and then I'd like to see you pull. Okay, but I don't want to see injuries, but I do want to see you win. Both of you, I want to see you both win. So if you can start pulling. It's not going to break.
He's bigger than us.
They're bigger than you, that's why I fancied them over you. So let's see some pulling. Do you want this, so you've got the money, so pull. And you've got the money, and you want to make the sale, so... Alright, I need to see a little bit more commitment. I need to see you win this sale. Come on, you can do this. You're winning. Okay. You're absolutely right. There must be another way than this sort of confrontation of both pulling at the same sides of the rope. And I believe there is, because I believe there's an answer to every single objection you're ever likely to hear that we actually haven't heard here this morning, that will get you out of this situation where you won't find yourselves pulling against your customers trying to win the business. So, that answer is simply, what exactly do you mean by that? Okay? My assertion is that you will never answer their objection. Their objection is in their heads, it's in their minds, it's in their situation, so they've got the answer. So, for example, the objection was, can I get a deal, basically?
If I buy more than one.
If I buy more than one, can I get a deal? So can we change that slightly to, it's too expensive? Would that be all right?
You can.
Fantastic. So if the objection, which is not very different, is it's too expensive, what exactly might you have meant by that? You just wanted to get a bit of a deal, didn't you?
No.
If you bought more, you wanted to get a bit of a deal. So you wanted a bit of a deal.
I wanted a discount.
Okay, you wanted a discount is what you wanted. So that is one thing that, sorry, what was your name? Kathy wanted, when she said, can I get a bit of a deal? She wanted a discount. So that's one thing that they might say when they say it's too expensive, they might say, I wanted a bit of a discount. Okay? So what else might Kathy have meant when she said, or your buyer mean when they say, it's too expensive or I want a bit of a discount? What else might they mean?
They're giving you a buying signal.
So sorry, they're giving you a buying signal, so that's great. But somebody said, no money.
Haven't got that much money.
Haven't got that much money. Quite simply, haven't got that much money. What else might they have meant when they said it's too expensive?
You're too expensive.
Yeah, don't understand the value of the offer. They just think it's too expensive. Okay? Competitors are offering it cheaper, so that's 5 things.
But even then, you don't know whether it's like for like. You don't know whether
No, you don't.
comparing apples with pears.
You really don't, no. That's right. So we're up to 5. What else might they have meant when they said it's too expensive?
Not interested.
That they're just actually not interested at all. Okay, so we're up to 6. What else might they have meant? Well, we had another one over here, didn't we? Which is I don't have the authority, I'm going to need to go and get that signed off. So that's 7. West Sussex with 2 closers got up to 10. So we're looking for 3 more.
Not the right product.
It's not actually the right product, so you haven't done the needs analysis properly, you haven't understood their need.
Maybe they don't understand their needs.
Maybe they don't understand their own needs, yeah? So that's 9. If we just get 1 more, we'll be equaling. Just not ready for it yet. Okay, so when they say it's too expensive or I want a deal, they might be saying 10 things. And when we jump in and respond, then we've got a 1 in 10 chance maybe of getting it right. Does that make sense? So, if in future we say to people, what exactly is it that you mean by that, we've got a much better chance of actually getting to the root of the problem. And if we continuously ask that question, then they will answer their own objections. Okay? Does that make sense? So what I'm suggesting you do is take charge of your sales, especially in this climate. No one's got the time, the energy or the money to waste on people who are wasting their time. Take charge of your sales, do some fantastic marketing like Nick is talking about, manage your sales processes like Phil is talking about, and choose who your customers are going to be. Does that make sense? Excellent. My name's Martin Henley, my business is the Effective Marketing Company. I want to thank you all for coming this morning.